welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today, I've got a very unique and special episode that a lot of you have been requesting for quite a while. And in today's unique episode, we're going to be diving into the top 20 most valuable, extremely rare, and out of print movies on 4K Ultra HD in my collection. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of these extremely rare, escalating values. So we're going to start off with some lower valued ones and work our way up. Now, a lot of these are very unique collections, very unique movies, all of things that just honestly went out of print and have become more and more expensive and extremely rare and hard to find at all. Now, I have done additional work for all of you and gathered together the sale links for what of these I'm able to find from sellers that still have them available for sale. Now, some of these at the beginning that I'm going to start off with, they're ones that are still in kind of the affordable range that have not escalated so far to where they're ridiculous prices. Though I will tell you, not all of these do have links. Some of these, there hasn't been any links in several years. So I've done the most I can and gathered together what I can for all of you. So it's important that if you're wanting to buy any of these while they're still kind of affordable, I'll put those direct Amazon sale links as a pinned comment in the comment section right below this video. That way, if you want to buy any of these, you can add them to your collection through those links down there below. And those do help to support the creation of these videos just a little bit. So if you do decide you're going to buy or add any of these to your collection, it's always important to make sure to go down and use those direct Amazon sale links right down there below. Now we're starting off here at $70. You have A River Runs Through It. And this is the 1992 Robert Redford Brad Pitt film. It's a wonderfully beautiful film. And the funny thing is, this actually used to be worth a little bit more, but actually the studio that did the 4K restoration and scan for this actually ended up releasing a few more of them. So the price went down just a little bit. Now it's around $70. Now this one there is a link for, so I'll have that down below if you decide you want to add this to your collection. It is a native 4K 2160p. It is a limited edition media book set, and this is the only 4K release of this film that was released anywhere worldwide with a new 4K scan and new 4K restoration. And I can tell you this media book was originally released in 2021. With that new 4K restoration, they did Dolby Vision and HDR10 Plus. But you don't hear of HDR10 Plus too often. I can tell you both of them look absolutely outstanding on this 4K release. You also get an English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. It's very clean, clear, and definitely is an improvement over the previous Sony Blu-ray release. This is one of those that is a limited edition set though. My understanding is there was something like less than 10,000 copies even made of this, and it is quite a bit more expensive at $70 than what I originally bought it for. Originally, I think I bought this for 30 bucks. So it has gone up, but it's still affordable, and it's definitely one of those releases. If you enjoy the film, you will really like this upgrade. Now, another really rare and out of print release coming in at $80 is the RAN Best Buy exclusive Lionsgate 4K Ultra HD release, and this is the only release of this film in the US that is actually an official US release. There is one that's in a standard case from Europe, but that's not the actual US release. This is the Region A release, which has all of the discs specifically for Region A. I will tell you this Best Buy exclusive SteelBook sold out extremely fast. It never was reprinted and never released again. And I'll tell you, it's one of those that's a pretty darn cool steelbook, and it is one of those films that's a very cool film. The film originally came out in 1985, and Best Buy released this limited edition steelbook in 2021. Once it sold out, it was one of those things that was extremely expensive and hard to find, and it's hovered around $80 to $100 since then. I will tell you it's a native 4K 2160p, and it does have both Dolby Vision and HDR10 on it, along with a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. It's one of those impressive releases. It is a really cool release. I even like the artwork. It has the red and the gold and everything behind it. But this is one of those rare and out of print releases that a lot of people missed out on. Now, a set that a lot of people weren't even aware was released with the new 4K transfer. It actually came out in 2021, and it hangs around about the $85 price range now, and it's been out of print since then, is the Labyrinth 35th Anniversary Leatherette book with the brand new Sony Dolby Vision HDR10 transfer. A lot of people were not aware that this was different than the original Labyrinth release. This was the only release of this new Dolby Vision transfer that Sony did. It's in this set only. If you own any of the other cases or any of the other cover artworks, That is not Sony's new Dolby Vision HDR10 4K transfer. This is the only way to own it. It went out of print extremely fast. It was only maybe available for 2 months. And my understanding is there was less than 10,000 of these even printed, and then they went out of print. Now, it's still, like I said, one of those that I kind of think is still semi-affordable. If you're wanting to get it, I'll put that direct Amazon sale link down there below. I can tell you it has a very nice native 4K 2160p transfer with both Dolby Vision and HDR10. Again, this is the only one that even has Dolby Vision on it. Sony did a lot of new work on this like they've done with a lot of their releases. Better film grain, better depth and detail, colors look dramatically better on this. And I will tell you it has English Dolby Atmos audio mix on it, which is very immersive and impressive as well. And for its 35th anniversary, Sony released it in this with this really cool see-through slipcover. I really liked how they did that with this. And then inside, it's gold printed and it feels like leather, real leather on it, but it's Labyrinth, the book. And then inside it here, it has your discs and everything. They are completely new discs and they only existed for this exact transfer. And then inside here, it has a really nice book with pictures and talking about behind the scenes. But this is one of those really cool out of print sets that a lot of people weren't aware that Sony had done a brand new transfer for this. And that's what's available in this set only, is that Dolby Vision HDR10 transfer. It is an upgrade if you own the previous 4K release. This is the best way to watch The Labyrinth, and it is a nice 4K release. Now, I will warn you, I did a video many years ago, actually I think it was about 5 years ago, kind of talking about some out of print things here on this channel. After I did that video, the prices of the things that I talked about in it escalated drastically several days later. I will tell you that's probably going to happen with a lot of these. I will warn you right now, you will see the prices dramatically increase after I release this video. It just happens to be when I point these things out, people go and buy them, which is fine. So if you're keeping that in mind, if you're wanting to get any of them, now's the time to get them, because this is one of those that's on the cusp of passing the $100 mark because it's been out of print for quite a while. And you have to remember, they're not printing these ever again, and Sony has not and is not going to release this Dolby Vision one again. They specifically stated this was the only release of it. There was no printing again of it, and this is the only way to own it is in this set. So once they're gone, they're gone. Now, coming in at $100 now is Starship Troopers, the 25th anniversary new Sony Dolby Vision HDR10 4K transfer. Another Sony release that is out of print now. There is a few select retailers, I'll put those links down there below from Amazon, but there's a few of them that don't know that it's out of print and haven't raised their prices to ridiculous prices yet. Most of them though are hovering around 100, 110, and that's because it's been out of print for a little while now. This is the 25th anniversary limited edition SteelBook release that Sony did with a brand new Dolby Vision HDR10 4K transfer. It is a drastic upgrade over the previous 4K release because they did work on it just like what they do on all of these new Dolby Vision transfers. It has much better film grain, colors look dramatically better. That was something I noticed right off of the bat in the comparison between the Dolby Vision 4K transfer and the previous HDR10 one that they had previously years before. This is the only way to own this. It is not available in a standard case. The standard case is the old HDR10 transfer without the higher bitrate, and obviously the work they've done for this new Dolby Vision transfer. This SteelBook is awesome, and I will tell you it is out of print now. Sony is not printing any more of them, so this price is only escalating. I've seen it just constantly go up since it went out of print, and now we're around the $100 mark. I foresee it in the next year getting up to $150, $200, but right now this is another one of those. If you can get a hold of this one, do it right now, because when this came out in 2022, this is the best way to watch Starship Troopers from 1997 is in this limited edition 25th anniversary Sony new Dolby Vision HDR10 4K transfer. And I can tell you the Dolby Atmos mix on this is another one that's incredibly immersive and will really give your home theater system a real workout. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Now, I do want to remind everybody this video was made for entertainment and fun purposes. If you're watching this expecting this to be that every single release has the exact same dollar amount years later, it's not. all of these amounts are always based on what anyone will actually pay for them. They do fluctuate. So this is meant for entertainment. I go through, I got all these lists together, went through looking up on every website I could find what things it sold for, what they're worth, what they're selling for now, and tried to come up with an accurate presentation as of right now. But these do change daily. So you could find out a year from now, you could find out tomorrow, either something's worth twice as much or maybe it's worth less. You have to remember, prices are always based on what somebody's willing to pay for something. So just because it's a price in this video that I show saying here's what it is, it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. A lot of the times with collecting, like I have over the last 30 odd years, things go up in value, sometimes they go down in value. It always depends on the popularity of the item and obviously how many exist or how many are for sale at that time. So all of these always fluctuate, so keep that in mind when you're watching this video. These aren't set in stone. So always keep that in mind. This video is for entertainment and fun purposes to give you something fun to look at your collection. Let me know in the comments section below what of these you have in your collection, what of these you're excited to add to your collection. If you're gonna buy any of these more expensive ones, comment down below and let me know if you're gonna go buy them through those links down there. I'm always curious what of these either you didn't add to your collection yet or what of these you weren't aware of. Share that excitement with me down below if there's something that you didn't know about that now you're excited to get. I always love to hear from all of you. Now coming in at $110 is the final countdown from 1980. This specific 3D lenticular set is a limited edition set. It has Blu-ray, 4K, and a CD in it. It's got the 3D lenticular artwork. This one sold out extremely fast and went out of print. There is a standard edition you can get with just a 4K disc now, but not in this limited edition set with all the extra swag, the 3D cover artwork, the CD, the Blu-ray. It's all a very unique bundle and box set that came out in 2021 and then sold out pretty darn fast. I will tell you it is a great 1980s sci-fi time travel film if you have not seen it yet. I will post the standard edition down there below as well as this limited edition set, but I will tell you it's a native 4K 2160p. It has both Dolby Vision and HDR10 and English Dolby Atmos audio mix. It's a very good 4K release for an 80s film. It's one of those I really enjoy in my collection. Severely under the radar. A lot of people bought it, but there was a very limited print of these limited editions. My guess is it was probably around 5,000 to 10,000, probably not more than that because of how fast it sold out and went out of print. So this is one of those I really enjoy in my collection. The 3D lenticular art is really cool, as well as the fact of how often do you ever get a CD soundtrack included? Plus the Blu-ray 4K limited edition set. That's pretty rare, and I thought that was pretty cool that it was done by Blue Underground. And this is one of those that's a really cool out-of-print limited edition set. Now, you probably figured we had to talk about some Arrow video releases. They are very popular, and the limited edition sets sell out extremely fast. Well, one of them that kind of surprised me because it sold out really fast and then got very expensive is coming in at $130 is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is the brand new 4K restoration that Arrow Video did in a limited edition box set. Now there is a standard 4K that's just the 4K on its own. It doesn't come with obviously the book, the posters, the art cards, the limited edition contents in the big limited edition box set. That's only available in this box set. And these go out of print pretty darn fast. I try to warn everybody that these Arrow Video limited edition sets, you really got to pre-order them if you want to get one because a lot of the times they go out of print extremely fast. This is one of those. I love this film. I'm so glad to have it in my collection. Now, for this 4K release, I previously reviewed it in one of my top 10 videos that's available here on this channel. I'll link that up above if you want to check out the full analysis and review I did on this. But it does have a native 4K transfer with both Dolby Vision and HDR10 and a very good DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix because I love the book in this, the posters, all the art cards, all the swag. It really does lend to why Arrow Video has some of the best limited edition collectible sets out there. But you're looking at around $130 for these now. And as I said with these, they only escalate over time and get more and more expensive. Now, continuing to talk about Arrow Video here, we have for $155 now is RoboCop. This is the original 1987 sci-fi cult classic, just awesome film from the 80s. It was released in a limited edition box set by Arrow Video. All of the swag in here, a huge book with behind the scenes, pictures, art cards, posters, extra contents, all included in this limited edition box set. sold out extremely fast. Heck, I don't even know that it lasted after the release date more than 2 months. There was so many of these that sold so fast, and then it was gone. It wasn't available for a long time. There is just a standard 4K case that has the 4K disc, but not with any of the bonus extra goodies in these limited edition box sets, and now they go for over $155 for every single one of these, and it really escalated extremely fast. I love this set. I'll post the standard 4K case by itself if you haven't gotten the movie yet. Now, I did review it, as you've seen above my review video. I did a full complete 4K versus Blu-ray image comparison to show you the quality of it, and I can tell you this is one of those must-own, must-buy releases that even for the film itself, it was such a great 4K release. And I reviewed that here on this channel. You can check that video out right now. I'll post the link above as well. If you want more specs, data, the comparisons, check out my review. It's available right now. This is one of those gems in my collection. Now, next up, we have something that went out of print extremely fast because it was an extremely low print steelbook. My understanding is there was less than 5,000 of these limited edition steelbooks even printed at Best Buy, which is why they sold out instantaneously and didn't even last a month when they originally came out. And that's Kong Skull Island. This limited edition steelbook was unique. It had the 4K, the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray, your digital copy, all included in one limited edition unique Best Buy exclusive steelbook. They sold out super fast. I remember the price of these was going ridiculous even after they sold out. People were selling them $60, $50 the day they came out. Well, this is one of those that has escalated in price, and it's still extremely expensive to get a copy of this. And it goes for around $160 now. I will tell you the steelbook came out in 2017. It's got an HDR10 transfer on it. It does have English Dolby Atmos on it. It's a cool film. I've enjoyed it going back year after year, but I will tell you this is one of those steelbooks. It's kind of a matte finish. On the side here, it does say Kong Skull Island. Once you take the J card off, it has unique artwork on the back of it as well. And then when you get inside it, it did have 3 separate discs. And it was a unique set because you got your 4K disc with your 3D disc, with your regular Blu-ray disc, all in one set. And I think that's what lended to why it sold out so fast and became so rare, was because of the low print run, under 5,000 copies even printed, and also because it had all of that contents included, which made it a very unique set. Now, if you haven't noticed, things have been escalating extremely fast in value here. I noticed as I was going through more and more of these, there is a lot of things that I wasn't even aware of at the time that are now out of print, and I found more and more of these as I went through my collection. Now, if this video does well, I am planning on doing more of these follow-up videos here in the future, based on if this is something all of you really enjoy me diving into and sharing with you. A lot of these out of print, rare, and extremely hard to find releases. I'll do more of these. It is one of those things that's fun to kind of talk about our collections and talk about some of the value of these and how expensive a lot of them have really gotten. I was really shocked by a lot of them, and this next one really was a big surprise to me. This one is coming in at $170, and that's Rad by Vinegar Syndrome. This is the 1986 sports BMX film. It got a brand new 4K restoration and 4K release by Vinegar Syndrome. It was one of their very early on limited edition 4K releases. They never printed it again, they never released it again, and it was extremely limited to 12,000 copies only. Once those were gone, they never printed it again, never released it again, and it literally is a 12,000 copy run only on 4K Ultra HD. This is one of my copies. I love having this in my collection for a sealed copy. It goes for around $170 right now, and that's about the best price you can find for it for a sealed copy. I can tell you Vinegar Syndrome released this in 2020, and it sold out pretty darn fast. And it became a very big sought after collectible because the transfer on this is the best way to watch this 80s cult classic BMX film with a ton of recognizable names in it, and it's a fun film. This is one of those really cool and out of print 4K releases. No one else has ever touched this film for 4K release. This is the only native 4K with HDR10, and it has an English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. And this is the only native 4K release and only 4K release in the entire world. And there was only 12,000 copies for everybody across the entire world to buy, and that's why it sold out so fast. Now coming in at $200. We're getting into the $200 mark here, is Cop Shop. And if you followed me here on my channel, I previously reviewed this here on my channel with a full in-depth analysis letting you know the quality of this release. It was a limited edition 4K release, and I let all of you know this originally when I reviewed it. It went out of print and it has gone up in value drastically. You can't find this anywhere. I couldn't even find links for it anymore. Nobody had a single copy for sale that I could even find. It is a really cool Gerard Butler film. I really enjoy it. It's a slick action thriller, and this is the only 4K release of this film released anywhere worldwide. I did review it in my exclusive review video. I do a lot of those here on this channel where I dive into releases from around the world and I test and review them for all of you. This was one of those. Those of you that got this, now you know why I say don't wait on these limited editions, because the last one of these that I can even find that had sold was for over $200. Now, a release that kind of really surprised me, coming in at $210 now, is the Itman Collection on 4K Ultra HD limited edition box set. This is one of those that was a limited run, limited edition set. It has books and posters, postcards, all of the 4 films on 4K Ultra HD in this really cool gold and like almost feels cloth limited edition box set. It's called the Complete Collection for Itman. It obviously says it in gold on the side here. Then on the back it talks about all of the films, bonus contents, bonus features, bonus contents in this limited edition set only. I can tell you the films came out originally in 2008 to 2019. They released it in this very limited edition set. There was only even a few retailers that even sold it. It sold out and then they never released it again. It is completely out of print. And on the 4K releases, they do have Dolby Vision, HDR10, and Dolby Atmos. Best way to experience them is on 4K. But this is one of those limited edition collectibles that truly had a limited print, and I was surprised at how fast this sold out as well. Now coming in at $240 is the SpiderMan Legacy 5-movie limited edition SteelBook set, Best Buy exclusive. They had very few of these printed, and it does have bonus content, bonus discs. You get 12 discs in this set, and they're in individual SteelBook sets inside here that come out. On the side it had this like Sony basically see-through slip cover. I really liked it. Talks about all the films with separate SteelBook artwork on it, and these sold out extremely fast in 2017 at Best Buy, and now the value is around $240. It's shocking to see how expensive these have gotten, but they are a really cool set that Sony never released ever again. All the contents on this are really cool. Now for the 12 discs that are included in this set, the films ran from 2002 to 2014. And they are native 4Ks with HDR10 and English Dolby Atmos. Originally when this came out, it was right around 40 bucks. I think it was like 48 bucks or $47.99 is what I paid for it at Best Buy originally. So it's definitely grown in value to a large amount that's very surprising. Now coming in at $260 is the Dawn of the Dead from 1978 limited edition second sight box set. This went out of print really fast. They never reprinted it again, and that was many years ago. This is one of the biggest single movie box sets I own for a single film. Man, look at how thick this thing is. Inside it, it has massive books, behind the scenes, discs, and honestly it is huge. And let me tell you, it's been many years since this film was released by Second Sight in this limited edition box set. There is a standard 4K case that doesn't come with any of the swag or any of the extra bonus discs. There's numerous bonus discs in this set that are not available again. All contained in this set is only in this limited edition set. That is why it is so darn expensive now. It regularly goes for around $260. It does have a native 4K transfer, an HDR10 Plus, and a very good English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. This is one of those films that's a great classic horror zombie film. The restoration work they did on this is outstanding. Now, if you're wanting the film, I do recommend it. I'll put the direct Amazon sale link for the film by itself without all the limited edition contents and the bonus discs, just actually the film basically in a small set. That's available. So I will post that down below. I will post the link for this as well. If this is one of those you desperately need to have in your collection, you're willing to pay whatever you can, I'll post those links down there below. As you've noticed, things have escalated in value quite fast. Now getting into $300 here is the Twilight Saga 5-film limited edition box set that I reviewed here on this channel a while back. This is the 15th anniversary box set that Lionsgate released of all of the Twilight films, and these are the only 4K releases of all of the Twilight films with the different cuts on 4K Ultra HD. The only one you can get on its own is the first film. All of the other films are only in this limited edition box set. This is another one that the films themselves, just like The Rad, just like Labyrinth, just like Starship Troopers, and tons of them I've talked about in this video, the films themselves are out of print as well. They are not being reprinted, my understanding is. It was truly a limited edition run. Once they were gone, they were gone. That's why this sells for over $300 now. Heck, most of the time, you're lucky if you can get it for $300. It comes in these limited edition steelbooks. I did a full in-depth review and unboxing and an exclusive image comparison between the previous Blu-rays and these new 4K releases. If you haven't checked out that video yet, it's available right now on this channel. But I can tell you, this is one of those box sets as time goes on. Honestly, the price has escalated so fast, it's really shocked and surprised me. And I honestly see in the next year, this box set going for $400 to $500. So if you're even wanting all of the films in 4K with the new Dolby Vision, HDR10, and English Dolby Atmos, this is the only way to own them. It's only going to escalate from here on out. This is one of those that the films themselves you can't get on 4K ever again. And it is one of those, I enjoy the films. You know, you can laugh about it and say, hey, Twilight's not the best series ever. You know what? Movies are entertainment. And I don't care what anyone says. Everybody likes different things. Movies are a form of art. Some people like things, some people don't like things. And that's perfectly fine. I'm glad to have these in my collection. I think they're a really cool collectible. I love the limited edition steelbooks. To see what they all look like, the full unboxing and everything, you'll want to check out my review. Now, staying at the $300 price mark here, we have another big release that was very surprising how quick it sold out as well. That's Columbia Classics Volume 2 4K Ultra HD 6-movie collection by Sony. This is another box set that has all films in it that are out of print. The only way you could get most of these was in this limited edition box set. And I did a full in-depth analysis and review here on this channel if you want to check that out. I did an exclusive 4K versus Blu-ray image comparison for every one of the films in this box set. It was a massive amount of work when I did that video. And it's one of those things that it went out of print, it's not available anymore, and it goes for $300 regularly now. All with brand new 4K transfers, Dolby Vision, HDR10, and English Dolby Atmos. That's the only way you can own most of these films is in this box set. They never released them separately, they never reprinted them later on. And that's what Sony's been known for. A lot of these limited edition sets they do, they print them once, as you're probably figuring out, and then not only do the box sets go out of print, but the films themselves go out of print and you can't get them on 4K ever again. And the prices of these have severely escalated extremely fast. Now coming in at $310 is a limited print, limited run, Best Buy exclusive red Ghost in the Shell 2017 limited run steelbook. This one is very unique. My understanding is there was less than 5,000 of these printed worldwide. They were Best Buy exclusives. It is a very glossy and shiny limited edition steelbook. This one specifically, though, was the Best Buy exclusive. There's other artworks of Ghost in the Shell. They're not that much. They go for 50, 60 bucks. This one is the one that still goes for around 300 if you can find one, because they printed less than 5,000. It's extremely rare because the artwork was never reprinted again and never sold ever again from anyone. Now, it does have HDR10 and English Dolby Atmos on it, and it is one of those films I really enjoy. I was just kind of shocked and surprised when I found out how much it's valued at and what it actually sells for. Now, coming in at $350 is the Batman 4-film collection. This is another Best Buy exclusive limited edition steelbook set. The 4 Batman films in here ran from 1989 to 1997. Best Buy printed this for a very limited time. I'm a little upset mine is dinged on the top here. I never could get Best Buy to replace it. Basically, they said at the time they weren't replacing dinged steelbooks, and I tried to return it at a store. I tried to call them. They said no. So mine is pretty dinged here on the top. But it had this big outside steelbook case. And then inside, you had individual steelbooks for each of the Batman films. Now, I can tell you, This SteelBook is actually being reprinted right now. It doesn't come with this limited edition case or all the rest of them. It's just the first Batman film. I will put this limited edition SteelBook down there below. I do see the value of these, if they do release each one individually, going up as well, because these Batman SteelBooks sold out extremely fast. Heck, when they even announced this first SteelBook, and I posted that as an announcement here on this channel, it sold out that same day. They did say they had more come back in stock, and right now they do have some available again. I can tell you they are native 4Ks with HDR10 on them and Dolby Atmos. The films themselves are worth owning, but this out-of-print limited edition SteelBook box set is one of those really cool collectibles that I love having in my collection. Now, coming in at $400 is the Ghostbusters Ultimate Movie Collection. This is one of those really rare out-of-print 4K transfers. This one is very unique. This is another Sony release where they did a brand new Dolby Vision HDR10 4K transfer for the first two Ghostbusters films, Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. I can tell you these were never released ever again. They are limited edition Dolby Vision transfers. They did rework the film grain on it. They did a much higher bitrate. It's actually shocking how high the rough average bitrate is. So Sony did new Dolby Vision HDR10 transfers specifically for this release only. They never released the 1984 Ghostbusters film and the sequel ever separately out of this box set. My understanding is this had a very limited, less than 15,000 printed of this run. That's why it sold out. Sony actually sold out of these before they were even released in stores and before they were even at the release date. You were lucky if you ever even found one, and they were gone. It is one of the rarest collectibles out there. It's extremely expensive and extremely hard to find, and they go for around $400 for a sealed one that is not open. Now you can find someone that'll maybe sell you theirs without the digital copies that might have some damage on it, that maybe you can get it for around $300, but that's pretty darn rare anymore, because these limited edition sets that Sony does, once they sell out, man, they're big collectibles. And I will tell you, the Dolby Vision transfer on this is a big upgrade over the previous old transfer, because the film grain and issues it had with that were rough. The new Dolby Vision transfer on this is a big upgrade, and that's why it is so sought after by movie collectors. For those of us that really want to own this films in the best quality, and honestly it's a big upgrade, this is the only way to buy these. I'll post that link down there below. It is ridiculously expensive now, but if you love the Ghostbusters films, they are truly the best way to view them is inside this box set. Now coming in at $450 is The Killers from 1946 and 1964. Both films are included in this limited edition media book set. This was a truly very limited print run. There was less than 10,000 copies even printed of this. They have brand new 4K scans and 4K restorations, and this set came out in 2021, and it includes HDR10 on it, and I will tell you, this is the best way I've ever seen these films look. The fact that they did both of them included in this set, it does have the full restored English audio, no burned-in subtitles. It was a pretty cool release because it went out of print before I could even ever tell anybody about it. I literally got my copy and made a video to tell all of you about it, and this was many years ago on this channel, and I shared about it, and it was out of print already, and they never printed it anymore. So this restoration, all that work they did on this, never got released again, never got printed again. It's out of print. You can't even find a single listing for this for sale. I searched everywhere for all of you. There's no listings out there. So this is another one of those films, actually two films. Both films in this were restored on 4K. Neither film is available anymore. This was out of print, never released ever again on 4K anywhere worldwide. Now, if you've followed me here on my channel for a while, I've talked about this release previously here on this channel many years ago. But back in 2020, Turbine released Crying Freeman. It now goes for $800. The last one I could even find that was available, there's no links, nobody has sold any in the last year to 2 years, but the one I could find before that went for around $795, $800. That is crazy. This is out of print. It hasn't been printed by anyone else. It was a restoration they did for the 1997 action thriller. It's a very cool and slick kind of John Woo style action thriller from the Magna comic, which is Crying Freeman. It's one of those 90s films that I really enjoy, and it's never been released anywhere worldwide since 2020. So you have to remember this is another out-of-print movie, out-of-print 4K, and out-of-print set that you can't get the movie or anything again, and that is why it has gone up so drastically in value. $800 is crazy to think of. This selling for that for a single movie. And this 4K release is a native 4K 2160p, and it has HDR10 and English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. Very strong, clean and clear sounding, and it is one of those that's a gem that I love having in my collection because, man, I haven't met anybody yet that even has a copy. So knowing Turbine as a company, they usually do around 2,000 to 3,000 print runs of their 4Ks. That's why this is so extremely rare. Now, one of the rarest and most valuable 4K sets in my collection, coming in at $1,200, is the Columbia Classics Volume 1 collection. This is one of those that people at the time didn't realize how rare it was and how limited edition it was. Sony limited edition sets, they sell out, go out of print, and become extremely rare collectibles. This is one of them, coming in at $1,200. If you're lucky and you can find one damaged, missing basically the book, sometimes they're missing the J card that goes over it, but sometimes you can find one damaged for around $1,000. But for one that's in mint like this that doesn't have any damage, you're looking at $1,200 or more. It has 6 films in it, complete 4K restorations. And the 6 films you got in this box set are Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Strangelove, Gandhi, A League of Their Own, and Jerry Maguire. Now, there was a couple of these in this box set that were released in other countries on separate 4K discs. The rest of the films in this box set were never printed again, never released again, and never available anywhere worldwide ever again outside of this limited edition box set. So this is another one of those that basically the movies aren't available, most of them, and you can't get the contents in here. They came with bonus special features discs, just like Volume 2 did. It was a special disc that was only exclusive to this box set, and you can't get it. It's never printed separate either, as well as the movies. So another rare thing that if you're a big collector of 4K movies, you've probably heard of this box set. The films in here are all must-own, must-buy releases, and I love every one of them. I would be very upset if I didn't have it in my collection because I love these films. And this is one of those things why I always try to let all of you know about these limited edition releases in my videos and try to let you know if it's a limited edition, don't wait to pre-order it. Because it's an example of this that now look at this, it goes for over $1,200. That's a crazy amount for the movies in this box set. And this is one of those extremely valuable, extremely rare, and out of print movie collections that, man, this is one of those that surprises people to this day that say, man, I can't believe how expensive this is. Now, if you decide you're wanting to buy any of these, it is important. I've put those direct Amazon sale links down there below as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Now, they are more expensive. Again, remember, these are all out of print and rare, but what of these I could find, I gathered together all those links and posted them down there below. If any of these you really must have in your collection and you want to save up to get them, make sure to go down and use those direct Amazon sale links I posted down there below. There are some of them. You can find some deals through those links down there below still, and if you do decide you're buying any of these, make sure to start that conversation down there below and let me know what you bought them for, if you bought them, if you're excited to buy them and add them to your collection. I'm always curious if somebody was able to get a deal for one of them. Start that conversation in the comment section below and let me know what of these you have in your collection. Let me know what of these you're surprised and shocked at the value of them. Now, it's always very important to support these videos and the creation of these videos. If you want to buy any of these, use those links down there, but also join my Collectors VIP Club. That VIP Club costs you less than a couple of bucks every month, but it goes back into the time, the software, all the special effects, and all the work I put into all of this content that I keep creating for all of you every week here on my channel. So make sure to support these videos. I do really appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. As always, I truly hope all of you have a blessed day, and I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.